Hey everyone, welcome to the MatMadik Cast MatMadik Cast channel. Excuse me. Wow, yeah, I've been submersed with work all week. It's just been good, made a lot of progress, but it's really getting old to just keep using work as an excuse as to why I don't get around to doing reaction videos. I mean, on the other hand, looking at it again, I'd say Tom MacDonald's been cool. Ryan Upcher has been probably the best, but every now and then, after the long streak of letting reaction videos slide and not claiming everything, they start claiming things. So I've been thinking. I mean, of course, I've been trimming up my videos to smithereens. They probably look like a mess right now. So maybe I just let them have the money and done with. It's just pretty lousy when that happens. But hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna react to this right now. If you want the money, Mr. Tomboy, you can have it. That's not a diss on Tommy Boy, for that matter. Anyway, without all that harping on, getting in the way, let's just get down to business. I'm gonna react to Snowflakes. He just put this video out like a few minutes ago, as of the time of this recording. So let's just check it out. All right, it's to do with Memorial Day and that lovely Kamala. Kamala. I'm not going to call Kamala these names. I think the Salty Cracker's done enough. So let's just move on. Whoa. Tom equals trash? Alright. What's all this setup he's got here? Let's check it out.
You lied to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings, but you're pro-choice, abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates America the most? Americans. Trigger warning.
He's a great dude, man. It's Tom MacDonald, just bringing it. I mean, at the same time, no. What I love about Tom MacDonald, people like Tom MacDonald and Ryan Upchurch, but probably Tom's leading the way right now, is when you make music like this and it makes a difference. I that's something I don't really appreciate about. Alright, I don't really appreciate the left altogether, but at the end of the day, there's no up without a down, there's no left without a right, and vice versa. So they're gonna exist, but I still don't appreciate them. But certain left-wing rappers, they tend to just argue. Well, especially now, they just complain. I want to tear everything down and leave nothing in its place. It's one thing to expose corruption and all that stuff, but if all you got to show for it is a lot of torn-down statues, or muzzled statues, as he did with that Statue of Liberty, you're a disgrace. And you're a waste, too. Not that you are, sorry, I've said that wrong. You're being a waster, that's the word. You could just stop that and not be this waste person. You're not like you're simply a waste and that's all there is to it, but, the person underneath can do something constructive. When Tom MacDonald raises issues in his songs, he gets people thinking about what they could do to improve the situation, what stand they can make. Again, as I said in my last video, was it? I think Riot from, what's his face? Burden, oh my gosh. Memories, eh? That's what happens when you work too much. Anyway, I did a reaction to Burden. I was mentioning David Icke, Mr. There is no COVID-19, to which I'd say I still agree with David Icke. But, this whole thing about... Alright, sorry, let me not just go off the rails. All I'm trying to say is, despite, the stuff he mentioned about, stuff may have come out of China after all, whatever come out of China is... I'll conclude that. I'll mention that in another sentence. But what I want to say here, when it comes to people like David Icke and all that stuff, and all his complaining, people on the right, when they hear him, they think, alright, David, that's enough complaining, what do we do? And he says, just don't acquiesce to these ridiculous narratives you've been told to acquiesce to. And it seems like it's weird to just do nothing. But David Icke, in standing his ground for what he believes in, is doing a lot. And it's quite evident when a lot of these rabid dogs coming around trying to shout people into it. Anyway, it's just following on with this nonsensical psychological warfare tactic malarkey. When you just stand your ground and say, hell with that, I'm not doing it, I've got sense, you're doing a hell of a lot. So Tom MacDonald, long story short, he's doing so much by just letting people hear reason over and over and over. And every time you hear people just trying to rationalize lies and ration you some more lies, from these left-wing talking points that go nowhere, just still stand your ground. Anyway, Tom, let's get back to business.
Mornings used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they, screw up pronoun, cause everyone's a retard these days. Hear him preaching at the protest that hatred's the problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preach intolerance, but if you disagree, they fight. There's a race.
Ain't that the case? This dude's gonna get people just, when they do their reactions, just pausing it all over the place. Oh shoot, he's got subtitles. Maybe I should read them. What the hell? German? Dutch? Alright, sadly I'm a bit behind on my Dutch, so I'm going to have to leave that for now. I can understand what you're saying clearly though, so there's no need. Anyway, let's keep going.
War here, elections based on fear, black lives only.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. Oh well, I was going to put it in a rap, but I was going to think to myself, you know what? I don't know if anyone's going to hear me rap, even though I'm with my crew. So I'm just going to say it now. I ain't about fanning no SJW flames that try to win every argument by calling you names, only to lose in the end, disproving their claims by embodying the hatred they claim to disdain. Alright, yeah. So I was thinking, this tolerant left, as they call themselves, a laughing stock, as he said, because at the end of the day, how can it be so much of the opposite of everything that they keep trying to shout in people's faces that what they are? Nobody needs to shout that aloud to say what they are. And it's not even just that they are simply not what they say they are the opposite. Anyway, Trump 2020.
Matter once every 4 years, soldiers died for this country, and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans. Black folks and white folks divided by the news, but we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue. Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Cause honestly, we are all ashamed of you too. Y'all are so fake.
Here comes the hook, and the way he drops his hooks are very he makes sure they're very easy. I gotta say, one thing that's great about him, his lyrics are strong. They just say what people are really thinking lyrics, and that's what people need to hear. And what's great about what he's saying, I'm giving him praise over and over, but I really dig this, is that he's I mean, it's funny when you just say there's a what's a statement about when the person tells the truth in a room full of liars, they're dangerous or something. Oh well, I'll remember that later. But just saying common sense stuff like this, it's a lot more attractive than selling all that garbage you get from typical rappers. I got people debasing themselves over and over again, and it's not entertaining, I mean, I think I'll check out a Lil Wayne video in the future, just because he supported Trump. Yeah, I mean, people who go public about the support for Trump in the midst of all the nonsense in the midst of the firestorms that Trump goes through, and do it out of having a bit of sense. Yeah, they are they're worthy of looking into a bit more to see how much sense they have. So, but Lil Wayne, I could appreciate the comedy, what he does and all that stuff, but generally speaking, rappers who just have a lot of distractions for you and nothing to actually make help your lives be better, they're not entertaining. And what makes Tom entertaining is that he's just being normal. How strange is that? Despite his outlandish appearance, the sense is very normal. Anyway, let's keep going.
Oh no, the forecast said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa, you can make us see it your way. No way, gasoline and propane, more flames. Oh no, no more snowflakes.
That's Nova, right? I gotta say, I haven't seen her in time. I didn't even know that much about her, so The only time I think I've seen her is and had a good look at her is when she was topless in that McDougal skit that Tom MacDonald did. But I guess she was. I gotta say, it's hard to kind of even notice his lady when he's full of all these hilarious costumes. When he's up in all these costumes. So if that's Nova, please let me know in the comments, and I'll slap myself in the forehead. Anyway.
They set us up to fail, that's what they built the system for. Put an ammunition shop across the street from a liquor store. Empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole. Screw it, I ain't tripping, I don't mean to be mean. But if our children are the future, then our future is bleak. They take an Adderall to focus, hit McDonald's to eat. They're addicted to phones and they take Xanax to sleep. They've blurred the lines dividing communism and democracy. In 2021, we paint the patriots as Nazis. The men playing women's sports get trophies for winning. Like, great, let's celebrate a man for beating some women. If you're black, you're like...
What are you saying? Oh, right. You hear that line again about...
Women's sports get trophies for winning. Like, great, let's celebrate a man for beating some women.
Oh, I get it. Like, women beaters. Dopeness. Yeah, literally. I mean, I think, was it Ronda Rousey who's bringing that point up? Unfortunately, mean to Misha Tate getting a comeuppance to Ronda Rousey. But hey, she was saying, guys transgender to get into UFC and start licking 50 shades out of some ladies. To be celebrated. It's hilarious. That's what you cracker would say. Psychological warfare, man. It's obvious that it doesn't make sense, but it's just, the whole point of it is just to see which one of you will, how many of you will just play along with something that you know is nonsense. You know what? There's one, like I said, sorry, I said it a while ago, actually. I think I want to start putting memes in my videos, like the quartering. But I tell you, tell you what, if you can do this, go ahead and do it. I'd really appreciate it. But, you know, if I get to do it before you, then whatever. You remember that? You remember the movie Sin City? There's a scene where, and it's actually on YouTube. It's an isolated clip. You can download it through, en.savefrom.net, some YouTube video downloader. Anyway, there's a scene where this dude, who is this dude? What am I talking about? Okay, Bruce Willis' character is lying up in a hospital bed, and this sheriff comes by to him, and he says, you know what real power is? Power is getting people to believe in a lie they know ain't right, but they believe it anyway. That's when you got him. That's when you got him by the balls. I can shoot you right now in this hospital, and everybody will laugh at me because I know something. I got something on them. This whole place come down like a sack of cards. It was really great line. I shared it with my friends who I didn't realize how left they were, and they thought I was crazy. This is back when the whole fake endemic thing started a year ago. And I was like, all right, wow. It's funny how you can say something that's so sane, put it around people's faces, and they can't hear it. So people who just give in to nonsensical narratives or just refuse to see sense, when nonsense is being pushed on them as an alternative, they've lost their self-respect. But, I dare say, as Joshua Phillip would say, don't give up on them. I used to be one. Somewhat. But hey, look at Officer Tatum. So many of us, man, came from the, praising Obama once upon a time. But, I'm not going to hate on you if you do still like Obama or anything. I'm just saying, use your sense and check out Tommy Boy right here. Let's go.
If you're black, your life matters, you're supposed to embrace it. If you're rich or you're smart, then you're probably Asian. If you're gay, then you're brave, all of that I'm okay with. But if you're white, the stereotype is you are a racist. Blaming capitalism like that's the reason things are tough. While you tweet from an iPhone and sip on a Starbucks, you're supporting what you stand against, you don't think you are. But a Percocet addict don't donate money to pharma. Damn, dog, we're all afraid to speak the truth. And the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. You're ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Because honestly, we are all ashamed of
you too. Amen, bruv. You see, the good thing about people like Tom MacDonald is that it's funny, most people reacting to this, like the, what's the boy's name? No Life Shack and Simba, well, I don't know. But just run-of-the-mill reactors. And I respect those people. They're really great. But when they hear Tom MacDonald say the lines about, oh, he's bringing some facts, some facts, and they'll just keep saying facts. I mean, you may be saying facts in this case, but just keep saying facts if just because you think it sounds impressive. Be sure you know what you're talking about. But anyway, one could say that about me and my understanding about COVID-19. But yes, I've done research about blah 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 blah. What I'm trying to say is, when you're in tune with this way of thinking that Tom MacDonald is purporting so often, it doesn't blow you away so much. It's just like, this is the way I am too. I've had 2 videos taken off YouTube when I was talking about hydroxychloroquine, and this whole pandemic thing starting. Check out the indoctrination documentary, Brian Rose, on his LondonReal.tv website, which is on Rumble. And then, of course, bring that to YouTube, that's a bad idea. But, I guess I learned the hard way. So, 2 strikes to show for it. Maybe 3, actually. I mean, no, 1 pre-strike and 2 actual ones. So, what happened? After all that, you just realize to stand your ground, and people like Tom MacDonald, they're excellent people. They reach out to many people, but you just gotta rate him for just bringing it. You just keep doing it, dude. Excellent stuff. But yes, this is the kind of music I like. Other music when people recommend me to check out, if it's not like it's patriotic, sensible stuff, it's all good, but it's not so much for me. Right now, I'm just thinking about stuff that actually makes a difference in people's lives. It could just be music, and it so happens to be such impactful music that's something that resonates with you, that actually improves your health or something like that. It could just be a piece of art that is just quite expressive, and I just want to share it with you guys. But Tom MacDonald here, voice of reason, and beyond reason, just voice of backbone. I think that's it. Sometimes you stand behind things even if you haven't got all the proof yet, but you follow your gut and you stick to your guns. So this is why I don't disparage people from a certain side as much as it may appear I do, because I understand, if you believe in what you're doing and actually you're not harming anyone with just expressing yourself, then I rate what you're saying, even if I don't understand everything you're talking about. You could be talking about UFOs that are coming out in our orbit right now, and you just say it with such conviction. I have no idea what to do with information about UFOs at the moment, but I rate you for just speaking from a backbone. So Tom MacDonald, he embodies a lot of what society needs these days. I do talk around a lot of topics when I give these reactions, don't I? Anyway.
Said that there'd be snowflakes. Whoa, you can make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane. More flames. Oh no more snowflakes. We can all get along, but there's no stopping. Everybody's wrong, that's the real problem. They don't want to hear it, but they still talking. Soon enough, we running out of options. This ain't gonna end till it's in the coffin. We ain't gonna be friends till we try to squash it. I don't know how we can make amends or we drop it. Snowflakes melt when it's hot, kid. Y'all are so fake. Oh no.
Now that was a good way of... that little way of frozen the image out looks disgusting. That was disgusting. Oh, sorry. I just hate when some images kind of are half mixed. I should have put it on the top quality. Sorry, people. Look at that. What the hell did I just do? I played the whole video in some horrible resolution. And it's only updated now. But anyway, sorry. It looks a bit gross, like one of the agents in the Matrix kind of halfway in and out of people. Anyway, but the way he just brought that was a nice little touch to make the song kind of jump a bit. But also the way he just tied everything together. Snowflakes melt when it's hot. The hotter the battle, man, sweeter the victory. Just watch this whole thing play out. And I'll see you on the other side. Well, I don't mean when I'm dead. I mean the other side of this nonsense. Yes, and I shall be alive, and we'll all be alive and kicking, checking out. Well, I just want to say Trump 2020. Anyway. 2024, 2020, same thing. Tommy, man. Tommy Mac. Haha. I should check out him in that Matt Lethal situation. I never really got onto that. I just know Matt Lethal's a bit funny. He sounds like he's a bit of an anti-Trumper, but anyway, that's nothing to do with anything. Dope song. That's all I gotta say. And this is the kind of music that I like because it makes a difference. This was speaking the truth. I want to bring more of my own buzz in the process of these reaction videos. Nah, people didn't come here to see me. Alright, people, thank you so much for checking it out. Catch you next time. Peace.